Hello! So, guess what? Finished week 7 of Lambda, as you probably could guess, because it's been over a week since my week 6 video came out. And that's how time works. Thanks for watching. But no, so week 7 went pretty good. It was our first section in the applied JavaScript lesson, and it was all about the DOM, or Document Object Model, within browsers. This is not inherently a JavaScript thing, but JavaScript can and does interact with the DOM, so that's what we focused on, and that's why it's applied, is because you can actually apply your JavaScript knowledge to manipulating the DOM, which will then update or change your website page or app. We went over kind of the older methods of selecting different parts of the DOM, like by ID, by classes, by tag name, all those fun methods. And then we also went over the more modern query selector and query selector all, and since then I have not used the old version since. It was a pretty fun week. I really like working with the DOM. I like being able to work in a logical programming language while at the same time being able to visibly see the results of that programming. So it's really cool. It's like okay, so our first project of the week was actually, it had a stretch project, which is an optional extra project you can do to turn in with the core. But the stretch project was to actually make a little HTML timer, just a 10-second timer. And, you know, I thought that one was a lot of fun because it was the closest to what I'm used to working with as far as when I say the word project, because a lot of our previous projects are projects, but more in a training exercise sense. But this, I was able to build a timer just from scratch, you know. It lights up green, yellow, red, depending on, you know, the time count and all that fun stuff. But this is learning about this, and the DOM is basically the first steps into being able to give real behavior to a web page, and that's where the second part of the week came in, which was event listeners. And event listeners is that you can use the method add event listener to have this object listen for an event, such as clicking, scrolling, key pressing down, key pressing up. There's just so many. Like, it's pretty insane. But that's how you can like interact with the user in a way. So you attach that listener, and then you give it some kind of callback function to execute on said event when it hears the event. From there, we had just we had to add 10 different types of event listeners to a web page, and I like this one because I was able to be a little bit goofy with the project. I didn't take this project quite as seriously. It was kind of just like, you know, a little web page full of Easter eggs in a way. But as always, I really enjoyed this week. I'm still enjoying school, still doing pretty decent. Kind of forecast for what's going to be coming up is the week I'm filming this, which is supposed to be next week because this video once again is out late. So week 8, we're going over components, which is the last section of applied JavaScript. The week after that is going to be the first project week, which will be the UI UX project, where we will build a fully functioning website from scratch. After that is Thanksgiving break, and then we get back in and we begin learning React, the JavaScript framework. And this is kind of a big stepping stone in the school, and really anyone who's taking the time to learn to program and stuff. When you go from having the core fundamentals into, you know, the more modern technologies being used like React or Vue or Angular, it's a pretty big step, and I'm really excited to actually know what I'm doing in React, because I've built a couple little things to help with tutorials and things like that. But all in all, I need to know it better, is what it boils down to. But thank you all for watching. As always, if you have any questions about Lambda or learning to code or program, or my thoughts on what college versus, you know, a coding school versus teaching myself, how all those things go. But so leave that down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.